It's time for a boss fight. Hello and welcome to ARK, the complete series. As you can see behind us, we've got a lot of Rexes. They're all different colours because I've now finished my breeding program. They all started off with the same base stats for health and melee, but I've leveled them up. I've given them something like 52 levels, I think, because that was round about the cut-off point for me. After that, it would have taken a lot of Rex eggs to get them like one extra level. So I thought I'll just leave it at that. But just to try and find out what sort of like levels I want, I've split them up where I've got half of them have got 35,000 health, 600 melee, and the other half have got 30,000 health and 650 melee. Because it's well, yeah, it's a bit of a decision that. I mean, you can have like high health, which means they'll last longer, but they'll take longer to bring a boss down. On the other hand, you can give them higher melee, but then that means they've got less health, which means, yeah, they can bring that boss down quicker, but will it last long enough? I mean, there does make a slight difference, I must admit, in the amount of damage they can do, but yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think what we're going to be doing is basically taking on the Megapithecus at 3 different levels, and I just want to see how they fare. I mean, to be honest, I've got like 19 Rexes here and a Yutyrannus. That's like complete overkill for me for the actual Megapithecus, because they won't be able to probably all attack the boss at the same time anyway. It's a very cramped area that they're going to be fighting in. But I thought, what the heck, I've bred 19, I may as well bring the whole lot of them to the actual arena anyway, and we'll see how they get on. Now, I was actually planning to go out and tame a high-level Quetzal, to be honest, but the trouble is that one that we found in the previous episode when I was out taming Tapajara, it's disappeared. I cannot find it on the map. There's a level 75 turned up at the base. That's been there for quite a while, so honestly I don't know what happens to Quetzals, because there's no like predator on the map for them, but that 145 is nowhere to be seen. So I thought, I mean, I was like, you know, almost finished breeding these, so I thought, well, I'll just finish them off and then we'll do the actual Megapithecus boss instead, because I mean, we'll get some pretty good tech out of this. One of the ones I'm really keen on is the tech generator. The good thing about that is it allows me to basically power all of those S+ fancy features you get, things like the item collector, for instance, the actual animal tender and so on. All of those, they'll run off a tech generator, so I don't have to keep feeding them their own individual needs. I mean, I can just run a tech generator off element and it'll just power everything. On top of that, you also get the tech trough. Now that thing keeps the food in there chilled. The big problem I've got is I'm having to go out doing a lot of farming for food for all of these animals that we've got back at the base. And the trouble is, like, I can put a lot of food into the trough, but it spoils pretty quick. By having that tech trough, it'll last longer, so that'll make my life a heck of a lot easier. I won't have to keep coming back to the game as often. So, the first thing we want to do is we want to get all of our gear, make sure we're ready for this boss fight. So I've got everything stashed away in the cupboard over here. I should have. Oh yeah, I've already got. I've already picked those 3 up anyway. I may as well dump that in the box. We'll drop that. So yeah, so they're all the rest of the artifacts we need. So as I say, we're going to start off with the Gamma. When we get to that, we need these different tributes. You need 5 for Gamma and then 10 for Alpha. So I've already got those 3 artifacts. I don't have a coloured yodel over there. I actually gave it one of those candies from the Halloween event, so it's got this rather like dirty looking like feathers, to be honest. It looks like it's being played in the mud, but it's got a lovely red stripe down its back, which I think is quite cool. But anyway, let's get on with this. This is the trouble with Rexes. They're sort of like, they always sort of like look down on you like that, and it's like they get in the way. And I mean, it's cramped enough as it is, but yeah, when they start doing that, they start knocking you off the blooming platform. Right, so we want that one. Right, quickly get myself over to you, and I've got to put my furs on as well, because it's going to be cold in there. I've got some health through. I mean, I should be okay for the cold because I've got like 50 fortitude now. We've got some pretty good armour here. I mean, you know, that one's Mastercraft, that one's Ascendant. I still need to find some decent gloves out there. I'll have to get those off the red beacons, like the deep sea loot boats. Right, so where's Yodel? Can't see Yodel anywhere. I was standing next to Yodel, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Right, jump on you. Oh, I can't get. Come here. I can't. This is not a good start. He or she is stuck. I can't remember what are you, male or female? Oh, female. Right, she then is stuck. So anyway, this is a lot different from when it was originally done, because you can see there's like a boundary on the left. Now that, I know in the early games, that never existed. So you used to be able to fall off the side. Now all you can do is fall down the centre, so I want to keep everybody away from that drop. Everybody, shift over to here, will you? Come on, it's heading in this direction, but come on. If you can shift in this direction. Oh, I better put them on mute. I want to stay away from that centre, because if I fall down there, it's going to get messy. That's the only way you can lose on this, is if you fall down the centre. Come on, Yodel. Yodel away. Unfortunately, that thing's facing in this direction, so it's pushing them in this direction, so that's a good thing. I mean, I started them off massive. I mean, there is an arena up there if you go around the stairs. There is, you run the risk of them falling down that right hand side. So there you go. Now that was really easy. Now the only reason I haven't actually gained anything from it, I haven't gained any tech engrams or anything like that, and that's just basically because I've actually already done this before I did this one. Trouble is, the recording quality came out absolutely lousy. I mean, it seriously was horrific, because I've been getting a new PC. I've built a completely new computer, and I must have messed up the OBS settings so that the quality on the actual recording was horrendous. Such low quality, and I was scratching my head thinking why I had this problem. And it was just because of the OBS settings, because the game's running nice and smooth. But for whatever reason, it looked great on the preview screen of OBS. But no, I've had to spend about a few hours trying to figure out how to get my OBS settings back up again. This is not working. No, I can't see. Too many Rexes. So yes, that was a real piece of cake. Somebody around here has probably got. That's a thought. Actually, who's got the element? That's probably easiest to find. So Delta 5, you've got the. Now I've got to somewhere among this lot. I've got to find Delta 5. Oh, there's Delta. Or are you Delta 15? You're Delta 15. Where's Delta 5? I don't know what Delta 5 looks like. Oh, there's Delta 5 there. So we can see Delta 5. So, or at least I could see Delta 5. I've lost it. It's in here. There's a Delta 5 in here somewhere. I know you are. You're that one there. You're Delta. Are you Delta? You're Delta 5. Yeah, you're Delta 5. So you get 20 element, which is pretty good. I mean, for like the Gamma. Hardly lost anything in terms of health. We've got our banner, we've got our head, so that's enough for me. But you get some kind of good tech gear. I think it was the. I can't remember. Was it the gauntlets I got? But anyway, now that we've done the actual Gamma, which was an absolute doddle to be honest, we need to do the Beta. But I'm going to have to untangle all these things because I really want to make sure I can get on the blooming Yutyrannus. And I also need to make sure that these are nicely lined up so I can actually get back in there as well. It's a bit of a. I mean, I could. It's like, yeah. I need to untangle all this lot and make sure they're all back up to full health. See you in a while. Well, I've just about managed to squeeze in here. So now we're going to do the Beta Megapithecus. Now that one, we need the artifacts, but we also need 5 of each of the different tributes. So I've got all of those prepared. So now we're actually going to summon this one. I think it was only about like, I think worst case was about 200 health lost on the dinos. Not that much. But because we're now going to do the beta, I do expect a lot more so like damage. So I brought across 2 of the Datons to help heal these lot up. So I think these are all on. Are you all on passive? Let's check. Yeah, they're all on passive. That's good because I don't want them going and charging off straight away. Now where is? Oh, right, courage roll. Right, so let's see if I can grab all these lot and get them over here. Are you going to move over here? Seriously, you lot, can you be bothered? It's in your own interests to be out of the way, because when that thing comes, it's going to do a lot of damage. Come on, push. I think they're all just stuck. They're all just stuck in such a big blooming queue. I mean, we could go up to right up to the arena up there. The trouble is, if they fall down there, I'll never get them back. Oh heck, I better put my fur on. Right, so there's the boss over there. So yeah, we could come in here, but yeah, I don't fancy my chances because of that drop there. It's not really worth it. Are you coming or what? Come on, big man. I know you want to cause trouble. So I'll leave these on passive for now. Come on, we're running out of time here, dude. Just get on with it, will ya? Come on. Right, go on you lot. So he's hitting for about 106 at the moment. But oh, I'm getting in the way of everybody else. Go on. So you can see like the differences we've got. I mean, some of them are hitting for about 600 and something, some for about 500, some for about 400. Ooh, wow. He's hitting pretty hard at the moment. Now most of these, fortunately, he's hitting most of these at the front. So I think we're okay. I'm not too worried about anybody getting pushed into that big beam down there. And how's it doing with that? Yeah, we're well past the halfway. Oops, I was pushing in this direction. I'm trying to get out of the way in case it comes to the other way. Oh, now it's pushing in that direction, which I don't like at all. Oh, wow, you took quite a hit there. See, because I mean, they've all got like ascendant saddles on them. I think theirs is like ah, so there you go. So there, that's exactly what we wanted, the tech generator and the tech trough. So what have we learned? So, well, yeah, we've got those. Now we've got, so ours is a journeyman saddle. I mean, their saddles, these are all like apprentice saddles. These are the ones that I got from the swamp cave. So I did the same as I did with the broodmother. Just basically did a mind wipe. Just put everything into the crafting skill, and I just made a load of those saddles. They're a lot less expensive because they didn't need like cementing paste, for instance. So nobody died on that occasion. Although you can see we're pretty close to the edge there, which is the only thing I'm ever bothered about. So yeah, that's not bad. Maybe like a couple of thousand for that one. Suit watch, I better stay out. I'll have a look once we're finished. See who's got the worst, because there'll be some who are right up at the front who have taken the most damage. Let's just get this gear on. Oop, better put that on again. Right, see if we can get off you. Right, so they'll be all mashed up and mixed up, so it might be difficult to see, but a couple of thousand maybe. Yeah, not too bad. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have to get all of these lined up again, but I'm going to have to get them all healed up as well. So I'll use the Datons for that. We'll have to go out and get a lot of meat though, because these things will just, yeah, they've stuffed their faces and they need a ton of meat already. So lots to do. Once we're ready to take on the Alpha, I'll bring you back. Well, we've got these all healed up. They're all back in place again. I think on for an average, I'd say about 2,000 health lost. There was one of them actually lost 6,000, which is interesting in comparison. I mean, if you think back to the Gamma, we were looking at about 200, so that's like a tenfold increase going from 200 to 2,000. So, ouch. Be interesting to see how much the Alpha does then. So we've got all of the tributes again. All of the artifacts, 3 artifacts, 10 of each type of tribute. I mean, I'd say these Megalania toxin are the hardest to get a hold of, because you got to get those Megalania in the different caves. There's a few caves you can find them in, but yeah, it could be a bit of a pain trying to get that amount. Spinosaurs, not too bad. Biggest problem I've had with those is just sometimes the dino doesn't always harvest them. I mean, I found the Argy gets them most of the time, so does a Rex. The Thylacoleo, not so much, because I know there's quite a few Spinos that I've taken down, and when I went to check my box, nope, no sign of any Spinosaurs, so I had to go out and get some new ones. Because I've got like tons of Megalodon teeth, tons of Thylacoleo claws, tons of these Therizino claws as well. So it's just a case of it's more the Spinosaurs and the Megalania toxin that's the pain. Right, so we now go on to do the Alpha. So 30 seconds, right? Everybody, I want you all on passive. I don't want you causing any problems for me. It's just a simple job. You go in and beat that thing up. You look at all these faces like as if they could understand you. Right, oh crap, I better put my furs on before I forget. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can find Yodel in time. Aha, we got her. I need to get out. This is great, I can't get out. Right, well that thing's over there at the moment, so... let me courage roll these lot. Oh, that's better because it's coming over straight away, so that's a bit easier. Oh, wow, we're hitting for about 1,000, or at least they're hitting for about 1,000, I should say. I would have preferred a little bit closer over here, to be honest. Hopefully I can push them in this direction. I mean, it's going down pretty quick. I mean, we're hitting for about 400 or 500. That thing's hitting for like well over 1,000, so... About 3/4 of the way, so... yeah, I would have preferred to be much further away from the edge. Here come more of the minions. Oh, hold on. Oh wow, we took a 15-28 hit there. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's not like a top level mutiny that I'm going to get. Ooh, shine a light, she's taken back right here. It was interesting to see, like, the previous one, I must admit, because it started off hitting for about like hundreds, and then it just like, I think maybe it's when it throws that big boulder that you get the higher damage maybe. Ooh, right, it's right in the middle of them now. So that might be better. Yeah, so it does hit a lot more like when it throws a boulder down, whereas when it's just like banging the ground. Of course, when it's banging the ground, you can see it's hitting quite a lot. Close the edge. So this looks going to be, yeah, looks like it's going to go pretty well, which I don't expect it to be honest. So, oh yes, that's another one thing I wanted was the Rex Tech Salad. Jubbly. So, let's see, we got 22 element for the Gamma, we got 55 for the Beta, so how much do we get for the Alpha? 110. So that's double. If you think we went from 22, I think it was, to 55, so we got more than double when you know, going from the gamma to the beta, whereas now we've just doubled it, going from the beta to the alpha. No, that's not too bad, not too bad. But I suppose if I was gonna farm this, I mean, you know, because you've got to get your elements somewhere on the island. This is the easiest one to do it in. We'll just wait until we get out, and then I'll have a look and see how much damage we took this time round and compare, you know, comparison to the beta. Because I think the worst I saw was about 6,000. So I'll get these all sorted out and I'll come back and tell you the results. Well, I've moved all of the Rexes out to the side so we can get them healed, and I'm going to have to get a lot more meat for these Dadons because they go through tons of it. I mean, one tip if you didn't know, you don't have to actually just stand around and force feed these things. You can actually put some food into their inventory, go away, make sure you're out of rendered distance, come back, and they'll consume it straight up. So when you get back, they've eaten all that food and they've actually then used it to do their healing. So it's a good time saver. So yeah, I need to get all these finished off, make sure they're all ready for another fight. And on average they lost about 7,000 to 8,000 health, and there was quite a few of them had lost that amount. One of them I noticed actually lost 10,000 health, which is quite a lot. I mean, they're 30k to 35k health, so they're not that big of a deal, to be honest. But I'm still leaning towards doing the beta boss rather than the alpha, because I mean, if I do the beta, I could probably do that about 3 times versus like the alpha, because you think about how much damage, you know, to the actual Rexes I've then got to spend time healing up. So effectively I could probably get 3 of those beta boss fights done versus 1 alpha boss. The only difference is you obviously have to use up more tributes. I mean, like the beta needs 5 tributes versus the alpha needing 10. So, you know, if you were just doing it on 2 to 1, you'd be using the same amount of resources, except for the actual artifacts, you'd be using double the amount of artifacts. But they're easy enough to get. I mean, as long as you take like an otter with you when you go down the cave, or a pego, they can hold multiple copies of that one artifact. So you could just go down there, clear the place out, and just stay around for a while to gather all the artifacts. It's not that big a deal. So it's more the tributes. So yeah, you're getting the same like return on the actual tributes that you provide, because it's 5 tributes for the beta, 10 for the alpha, and yet all you're getting in return is double the elements. So you're effectively getting the same amount of element back for the actual number of tributes that you've spent. All you're saving on is the artifacts. You know, it costs you twice as many artifacts to do it on the actual beta. But yeah, if I can do like 3 betas in the space of time it takes me to do 1 alpha, I'd be more inclined to go in that direction, to be honest. So yeah, we need to get all of these lot healed up. Then we need to go and we need to get our banner put up, and we need to put our trophy up. So I'm going to head over to base, and I'll see you there. Well, we've now got our gorilla flag up. So we've got a spider flag, we've got a gorilla flag. All that's missing now is a dragon flag. I mean, I was expecting different coloured flags, to be honest. For some reason I was pretty sure that you got a different coloured flag depending on the level of the boss, but when I came out of there I had 3 stacks of just gorilla flags, and when I've checked the inventory I've got 2 stacks of spider flags. So yeah, it doesn't seem to make any difference, the flags. But I've since swapped out the Gamma Broodmother trophy for the Alpha one, and I've put up the Alpha Megapithecus trophy. The thing is, this thing's it's kind of freaky because you can see the fur blowing around in the wind, and that's like, ew, that's like seriously eerie. I don't like it. I don't like that. That's ooh. But we've now got 307 element, which is good, because we can then start making a replicator. Now the replicator is going to be about, that's 100 element for the tech replicator, If we look at the trough, that doesn't actually need much at all. That's only 18 element. There's actually it's the generator as well. How much is the generator? The generator is 30 elements, so that's not much either. But then we've actually also got a Tech Rex saddle, which is 40. No, it doesn't show me that. If I go, I was looking for the tech. We should have things like the tech gauntlets, so we can get the tech boots. So they're 20. 20 for the 20 for those, 20 for those. So we're gonna have to get those off the dragon. So I'd be tempted to actually make these as well. Tech grenades. Ooh. But in terms of where we're going next, well, we still need one more artifact, and that's we're gonna have to get that from the snow cave, and that is a seriously hard cave. It'll be different, I think, the last time I did it, because what I used to do then is I used to breed up allosaurs, and then I used to actually basically hatch them out inside the cave. I would clear out a big area of the cave, wall it off to stop any like spawns, hatch out some allosaurs and do what I could to like get them imprinted, get them leveled and so on, and then would go out and start to clear the cave with about 4 allosaurs. But it'd be interesting this time around, because I think I'll take Firestarter there. I mean, she's got 40k health, 514 melee damage. I mean, she could do better. Trouble is, I forgot to get her a decent saddle, so I might actually go back to the beacon and pinch one of those for when we take her into the actual snow cave. But I'm really keen to actually go and get a Quetzal first. I'm going to have to start clearing out those lower level ones that I've found so far again. Just keep doing that until I get a decent high level one, and then we can go start looking for some decent Therazinos, because I want to use those against the dragon. I mean, I could actually use the Rexes that we've got, except they'll take a lot more damage from the actual the breath, the fire that the dragon actually breathes out. It causes a lot of like damage. Not just like one-off, but you get damage over time. It's less impacting on things like the Therazinos, and also those they can actually eat veggie cakes, and you can get about 200 health back from veggie cakes, so that gives them another real advantage. It's best to take herbivores in there, and the Therazinos are, I mean, they're pretty serious dinos, the amount of damage they can hand out. So then when we get those, so like the aloes, we'll need aloes for the overseer. We'll need Therazinos for the dragon. If I can get those mutated, I can just leave them lying around the base. Then they can get quite a bit of levels without me having to do much, to be honest. But yeah, definitely need to get some tech gear sorted out first, though. I think that's probably the first port of call. Get ourselves some good tech gear. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed watching it. If so, then do please leave a like, because that'll help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more content like this, then yes, do please subscribe. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, because then you get notifications for when I send new content out. And if you've got any comments, any suggestions, if you want to leave any feedback at all, please post that in the comments section below. Till the next episode, thanks very much for watching. Bye!